There's 8 podiums, and prospects were supposed to be at them, but they pulled all the prospects this morning on the news of Jalen Carter. So all the podiums that would have been filled with defensive line prospects getting set to work out tomorrow are all empty until the top of the hour when coaches and general managers return to them.
So what are you expecting is going to happen now today, Rich? How does this alter everything? You mentioned, obviously, the players no longer on the podiums today, but will this take over the entire narrative of the Combine today?
Yeah, I think tomorrow for sure, Suze. Tomorrow is when the on-field drills start. It's when Daniel, Jeremiah, and I started talking for an insane amount of time together. So tomorrow when the defensive linemen are working out, we'll still focus, obviously, and it'll all drill down on the kids who are out there working out and on screen. But look, I mean, Daniel Jeremiah's number one player on his draft board is Jalen Carter. There are a ton of other evaluators, not just on the media, but inside draft rooms and inside draft meetings, who have Jalen Carter number one on their draft board. And that young man is no longer number one on their draft board. And he has left here. And I was told, as a matter of fact, that he was getting set to take the podium. He was 10 minutes away from his media availability when word came down out of Georgia that he was about to be charged with, reckless driving and the charges with which he was served. And that's when the league, and everybody running the Combine, the league doesn't run the Combine, the scouting community does, pulled Jalen Carter. And I don't know why they would pull the rest of the defensive prospects. I guess they didn't want the kids being asked a question about Jalen. What are they going to say? But they just decided to just yank them all. And so that's the conversation today is the guy who's number one on so many people's draft boards was 10 minutes from being at a podium before he got pulled, and he's no longer obviously at the Combine. He's got serious charges facing him back in Georgia, and should he clear those, then obviously there'll be a conversation about where he's drafted in the NFL draft. Should he clear those charges between now and, I guess, 56 days from now, the NFL draft? We were talking just, Charles Davis and I were just talking a few minutes ago. He was talking about Lyle Collins, who, TJ knows very well. He's a former Cowboy, now with the Bengals. He was falsely accused of a crime at the Combine years ago while he was here. Didn't work out, and then didn't get drafted. Then wound up signing with Dallas, having a terrific career to this date. So I don't know is the operative 3 words for Jalen Carter. That'll be a serious conversation tomorrow when the defensive linemen are out there. And then obviously when the defensive linemen are done, we'll all turn our attention to it. But for the moment, the guy who's number one on so many people's draft boards is facing jail time and isn't here anymore.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.